Is this $1,600 cream really worth it? Hey everyone, I'm Modern Mama Shark, and in this video I'm going to be reviewing not only the $1,600 cream, but I'm going to be reviewing the entire Guerlain Orchidee Imperiale face and eye cream line. I'm hoping in this video that I can help you determine, number one, whether or not these products are worth it, whether or not they work, and also explain the difference between all of them, because the product range for this brand is between $425 for a refill up into $1,600. So do you really need that $1,600 cream, or can you get away with the $425 cream, save yourself over $1,000 and still have good results? So stick around to find out. Let's get started. So number one, do they work? Long story short, yes. I've been wearing them for 3 years for a reason, because they do work. They work, but it's not gonna take off 15-20 years like they say they will. It's just not. This is the only cream I've ever tried in my entire life that I actually saw an improvement in my wrinkles though. I've tried everything from the cheapest, from like e.l.f. and Mary Kay, all the way up to La Mer and Dior and everything in between. These are the only creams that I felt like actually even made a difference. They make my skin look so much better, but not 15 to 20 years better. If you need, the 15 to 20 year difference, honestly, I have not found anything that will do that, unless it's plastic surgery. So the number one question I had when I started wearing Guerlain was, which one of these do I pick? Because when you read the descriptions online, they all sound the same. Like, they promise the world, like every other cream out there, right? They're gonna take 15 years off your face and get rid of your wrinkles, have even skin tone, like the whole 9 yards. But they really don't explain why each one is different from the other. So it's almost impossible to understand, why would I want a $1,600 one when I can get the $425 one? So we're going to be talking about the differences between all of these creams and then whether or not they're worth the money. So to get started, let's look at the basic one. So the basic one, it comes in a less expensive jar than the black, which I'm okay with, but it is a substantial cream. I know it's kind of hard to see, I'm almost out. So this basic one, it does come in 3 types. The other 2 are harder to find, but it comes in the cream, the light cream, and the rich cream. Now, if I'm being honest, the rich cream in particular, just avoid it. Avoid it. I tried it, and I did not feel like it made my skin look as good as this one. The only difference was that it was just greasy. Instead of, they were literal when they said it's the rich cream. It is too rich, too greasy. It just did not do anything for my skin. The light cream was okay, but honestly, even with me, like I have oily skin, or at least I used to when I was younger. This is fine. This is not too heavy for me, and this is the heaviest one out of the 3. Okay, so dry skin, you're gonna love this one the best, definitely. But it's not too heavy where people with oily skin can't use it. So again, the rich cream, avoid it, and then the light cream is okay, but this is still better. The gold, on the other hand, is the opposite. The gold, although it looks probably the same in the jar, but the gold is super weightless, lightweight. It's like a cloud, like you just put a cloud on your face. It sinks in so quickly and just feels amazing. So if you have oily skin, this one right here is probably going to be your best bet. Now the black. This one definitely feels better than the other 2. This one is hard to explain. It's kind of like, I'll show you the jar. It's super hard to explain. It feels powdery on your face. So it kind of manages to both moisturize enough for dry skin, but not be too moisturizing to the point where it actually feels good for oily skin as well. It feels good on basically any skin type. It just sinks into your skin, and it sinks in and gets this powdery, flawless feeling on your skin. I feel like when I put it on, I almost feel like I don't need makeup. I can just walk out the door and I'm good. Feels amazing. Now, the actual difference between these as far as your wrinkles. So, I've done 2 comparison tests with the face creams. The first one I used the basic and the black. And then the second one I compared the gold and the black. I did 6 weeks and I put black on one side and then the other one on the other. And I can tell you that at the end of that 6 weeks, I honestly could not see any difference between the 2 sides of my faces. I could tell that my skin looked amazing. It looked so much better than before I started using these. But I couldn't tell a difference between the black cream and then the other 2 creams. They all work good and they all get rid of wrinkles. Now maybe if you use it for a year, you know, you might see more of a difference. I could see that maybe, but like I said, it's not a drastic difference where I would say you need to go get this $1,600 cream and these other ones are good enough. They are definitely good enough. And you know, if you have dry skin, you might actually prefer this one, and the same with oily, you might actually prefer this one. So I did the same test with the eye creams. The eye cream, they used to have this version of it. So this is called the eye and lip contour cream. They had the kind of blue and gold one, and then they had the black one. I don't know if they still have the blue and gold. They do have a new blue and gold one that's called like the molecular something eye cream. That's not the same cream. It's very different. So I don't want you guys to get confused with that one. But eye and lip contour cream. So I tried both of these. I did the same thing. I did the 6-week test. And honestly, I did see a little bit more improvement on the black. I did. Not a lot, just a little bit. However, both of them, I saw way more improvement with both of them, even the basic one, and then with all of the face creams. So if you can only buy one thing and you want something to target your wrinkles, I would pick one of the eye creams. Honestly, they will do more than all 3 of these combined. They really are. I don't even know how to describe it, but like when I first started using Guerlain, I had so many wrinkles and crow's feet that I couldn't even do eyeliner, like a little wingtip or nothing. Even like over here, it's just the top of my eyes were getting so wrinkly. And after using just 1 jar of the basic and also 1 jar, of course, of the black, I can now wear my eyeliner the way I want to wear it. And now you can see, you know, I'm wearing eyeliner, pretty good chunk of it there. So it really did help a lot with the crow's feet and all those little wrinkles around your eyes. You can also dab it into other areas. If you have maybe like a fine line up here or something, you can dab it in there. I would not put it over your whole face. I tried that. It just kind of like wants to cake off, but it does work amazing, and I've been wearing it for 3 years and I feel normal because I can do my eyeliner the way I want to do it. So so those are definitely the like number 1 is just get one of the eye and lip contour cream. Life hack. All of these come in refills, and the refills will save you so much money. So okay, basic cream $5.25, but if you get the refill it's $4.25. The Gold Nobile, $7.40, but if you get the refill, it's $5.53. Then the black, it's $1,600, but if you get the refill, it's $12.50. It's $350 difference. You're literally paying $350 for this fancy little jar. So definitely, if you can, life hack, get the refills. They're so much cheaper. I'm also going to link a couple of European websites below that I've mentioned before that do sell, you know, designer skincare like this, and they sell it for a little bit cheaper than in the States. And so that way maybe that'll help you out too as well and get a deal. One of the questions I had when I first started wearing Guerlain was, do I have to buy the big one first? Do I need to buy this big one, or can I just get the refill and have the container be enough without this? And the answer is yes. So the refill for the large one and the small one actually look like this. This is how they come to you. It's basically the jar without the bottom. Well worth the price difference, if I'm being honest. Now this jar, if it breaks off, you can see there's like a little lid in there. So it looks like this. Not like that, I'm sorry. It looks like this. This is the eye cream, and it looks exactly like the face cream, just smaller. I accidentally broke that lid, and I ended up with this little plastic jar, which is cheap. I mean, obviously it's like cheap, but man, I love it. I've broken at least 3 of these. I think 1 of the big one and 2 of the small one. You literally cannot have it an inch off of your desk or your vanity and kind of like drop it a little bit, because it will just shatter, and it's worse than glass. So if you have kids like me, it's a huge pain in the butt. So I actually have just been using this plastic one, and then I just refill it with every new one that I get. I don't actually like keep this on my counter because it's just too breakable. But this is what you get, just, you know, with that big lid on it. It's highly doable. You really don't need to spend the money that first time to get the full size. So it's super simple when you want to replace it. You basically just have to take this out, and you'll notice there's kind of like a little, I don't know if you can see it. There we go. There's a little gap right there, right here. And then on the actual container, you can kind of see like a little thing right there. And so you're going to want to match up the new one with that. And I'm going to try to get it in there and then tighten it, and that's it. That's it. It's super simple to refill. So if you do have one of these big ones, just get refills after you get the big one. It'll be so much easier and so much less expensive. The other thing I want to show you is I kind of wanted to do like an unboxing of the black ones, because I happen to have the original boxes, so you can see what else comes with them. So this is the eye cream, and then when you open it up, the eye cream is right here, and then you're gonna get this little gold thing right here. This is nice. So I've kept these, you know, forever, since I got the first one, because I really like them. I don't think they come in the refills, but this feels good. It's basically just a roller for your eyes to get rid of the puffiness. You can also use this end to scoop out the cream and kind of put it on your face like that, so you don't waste any cream on your hands. So I've kept mine, that way I can just keep getting refills and not having to buy the big one. Now if you don't have that little roller and you're looking at a refill over like the big, you know, the big jar, the little thing is not worth it, to be honest. So I mean, you can get one of those at like Marshall's or Ross. So they're not anything fancy. They look like it, but they're not. In fact, I don't know if you can see on this one, I brought it in, but it's supposed to be gold, but this is the old one I had, and I don't know if you can really see it on the camera, but it's starting to turn like silver because that gold is rubbing off. So this is not like a gold fancy anything. It's just a little teeny tiny roller, like made out of whatever. It's not out of gold. Okay, then this one. So this is the big one, and you open it up, and it's basically the same thing. This is where the jar is, and then you've got this little thing in here, and there we go. And it's a roller as well. It's just got 2 little things here, and this is for your whole face. And you just, it's kind of a nice angle. It's easy kind of to hold, and you roll it all over your face. So I love it. I'm really glad I have it. I would not spend $350 to get it. But, you know, if you happen to get a good deal on the big one, or if you can afford the $16 one, it's definitely nice to have that. And so I like I said, I keep mine and I use them all the time. So a little tidbit of information is that I actually make a lot of my own products at home. I've been formulating and creating skincare and hair care since 2012. Guerlain, I did try to make a product similar to this for my face and eyes, and I realized very quickly just how expensive that was going to be. It takes a lot of money and time and investment to create any product, but especially stuff like this where you're having advanced, you know, anti-wrinkle ingredients. Some of those ingredients you may only get like 1/4 of an ounce, and it could be $500. It's very, very, very expensive to make your own products at home, but particularly one of this nature. So for me, I do realize why this cream is $1,600. I know it sounds a lot, especially for anyone out there who has not had experience in making their own face and eye cream. But I do understand why. You know, they spent 15 years spending money to develop this product, probably spending a lot of money every single year just to develop the product. That's a long time to be in the negative. On top of the fact that the ingredients are expensive to make. So I get it. I honestly, if that helps you at all with your decision, this is, honestly, I do think it is a $1,600 cream. They're not selling you a $25 cream and making, you know, $1,575 off of it. You know, like this is a legitimate, this is a very good cream. On the flip side though, if you're looking at this cream and you're very serious about wanting to, you know, get rid of your wrinkles and just improve your overall face, if you're debating between skincare and plastic surgery, I do think you're going to get more bang for your buck from the plastic surgery, to be honest. Now, I have never looked into plastic surgery, but that was one thought that came to mind, was just if you're trying this really expensive cream and hoping to get the type of results that you're going to get in plastic surgery, you're not going to get that much of a result. You're going to be very disappointed. Unfortunately, it's just reality. Like I said, I have used these products for 3 years and I look like this. So, I mean, I look okay. I don't look bad, but you can tell I'm in my 40s. I might be lucky if someone said I looked, you know, 38. Like, I don't look like I'm in my 20s. And so if you're debating between the two, I mean, honestly, if you can afford both, that's awesome. But if you're debating between the two, I would look at, honestly, plastic surgery first, because you might be a lot happier with the results. It may cost a little more upfront, but $1,600 every 2 to 3 months for 3 years. Imagine that, how much money that is, and you're still not going to look the same as if you had, you know, Botox or something. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comments, or if there's any other skincare you want me to review for you. I've tried a lot already, but I'm always open to trying more because I love experimenting with skincare. Like I said, I make a lot of my own at home, so trying other brands is kind of part of that process. So I'd be more than happy to help anyone out. Also, if you're still interested in Guerlain, or if you need brightening on your face, getting rid of a lot of those sunspots, please see my Guerlain Orchidee Imperiale brightening review. I reviewed 3 products in their brightening line, and I do think that they're awesome and they will help out greatly. Can't really say a bad thing about them, to be honest, and they're cheaper than the $1,600 black cream. So hope this helped, and have a great day. Bye.